What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do the reaction to Geography Now Malta. I see many of you guys enjoy the San Marino Geography Now video. So one user recommended me to check out Malta because I said in the other video that I lived there for 2 years. That's true, that's a fact. But I didn't really live in Malta. I lived in Gozo. That's like the second largest island of Malta. There's another one called Comino. It's a small one, but it's inhabited. I don't know if I say it wrong. Come on, my English sucks. But anyway, I got some good memories and some bad memories about Malta. I have to say, it's like to me, it's like the same thing as South Italy. I come from the north of Italy, and I can tell you, to me, it's the same as South Italy. That's not necessarily a bad thing. They have so many beautiful places, the beach, people is very nice, but of course some things are not that good, especially in the island where I was living. In Malta, things are much better, except for the traffic. That's always like something horrible. But in Gozo, things were not that good, especially with healthcare and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I'm talking too much. We should just check out this video and I will make some observation. See if I know as much as they do, since I lived there for 2 years. So let's go ahead.
Oh, what's that? Geography Now t-shirts? Yes, you can get one now at geographynow.com.
Cool.
Anyway, this place. It's like the strangest little sovereign island nation with the strangest little language, with the strangest little homes, on the strangest little...
Yeah, strangest little language. That's like a mixture between Italian, Sicilian, and Arab. That's like a mixture of those 3 languages. And I learned some words, oh my god. I know like grazie. Oh my god, I forgot everything. I knew some greetings, but oh my god, I forgot everything. Wait. Come on, I forgot everything. Let's just move on.
Little landscape.
Why thank you.
I said sovereign, your constituent.
Oh, you did not just...
Was that Faroe Islands?
Time to go.
No!
Denmark.
Anyway, this episode is about Malta.
It's time to learn geography now!
Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs. The only thing most people from the outside world have heard about this place would probably be the Maltese dog, voted the world's best therapy dog, and if trained well, can become millionaires. Literally. But there's so much more, I promise you. There's temples, cliffs, occupied, strange words, and a lot of limestone.
Especially those stones. Especially those stones are everywhere. The houses are made from those stones. You can see them on the side of the road when you're driving. They're pretty cool. Something really unique.
You guys from Malta want to send those twisty things?
Oh my god, that's so delicious.
For this episode.
No, seriously.
Yeah, that's so delicious.
Now, for Malta, everything, literally everything, is like a step back into time. This entire country is like a living, breathing museum. I mean, it's no wonder that movies like Gladiator, Troy, Captain Phillips, and TV's Game of Thrones are all shot here. First of all, Malta is a small island archipelago nation, the 5th smallest in Europe, located in the Mediterranean Sea, just about 50 miles or 80 kilometers south of Sicily, Italy. Made up of many small islands and islets, however, the 3
you see the one on top is Gozo, where I live.
90% of the population lives, and Gozo, next to Little Comino, which acts as a bird sanctuary, and although it has 2 main hotels and shopping centers, only about 3 residents.
Wow, shopping centers, I didn't know.
The country is divided into 5 regions, which are further divided into 68 local councils, with the capital Valletta located on the northeastern side of the main island. However, keep in mind, Valletta proper only takes up this small peninsula located in the greater metropolitan Bay Area. The area
yeah, probably Valletta is like the smallest city. I don't know, maybe they're gonna say that, but I think it's like the smallest city, the smallest capital in the world, probably, right? Because like the city is so small, and usually capital are like the largest city of each country. So I don't know, probably something he will mention.
Also includes the 2nd and 3rd largest cities, Birkirkara and Kormi. Otherwise, the largest city on Gozo would be Victoria. The country only has 1 main airport, Malta International. Otherwise, if you'd like to visit Gozo or Comino, you can take a short ferry from the Cerchero ferry, which has regular daily service to each one. Speaking of which, Valletta has like over 300...
They don't have the ferry from. That's wrong because it's just from Gozo to Malta. They don't have a ferry from. They have like some private boats that will take you from Malta or Gozo to Comino. They don't have the ferry that goes there.
Monuments and is crowned by UNESCO as the most concentrated historical area in the world. If you come here, first thing you'll notice an abundance of beige and tan buildings and houses. They're all made of typical Mediterranean limestone. And the best part, no property tax. But you know, it's all a write-off, so just, you know.
That's why I moved to Malta, to start my own business. It didn't go that well, but taxes were not an issue at all. So if you plan to move to Malta to start a new business, that's the place where you want to go.
Compartmentalize your assets versus liabilities and manage your capital to accommodate the remaining principal plus interest until you qualify to refinance in a few months and you'll be fine. Yeah, I just bought a house. Anyway, back to Malta. Malta may be small, but oh man, does it have history. They have megaliths older than the pyramids of Giza. It has places mentioned in ancient texts like Calypso's cave and Homer's Odyssey. Paul the Apostle from the Bible was supposedly shipwrecked here, which is why Malta is considered an apostolic see, which is kind of like a site of significance founded by an apostle of Jesus. Oh, and many of you may or may not have, or probably not have, heard of the Military Sovereign Order of Malta. Yeah, this is a weird separate entity from Malta, which has relations to Malta, and we don't have too much time to explain in this episode. We will make a whole video related to it later. Stay tuned. There are so many sites and places of interest in Malta. However, some of the top and lesser known ones might include places like the Manuel Theater, various forts like these, the Castile Palace, the Saluting Battery, the Grand Master's Palace, the Palace Square and National Library of Malta, the War, Aviation and Maritime Museum, the National Aquarium, the Falconry Center, the catacomb complexes of Rabat, the Jesus Tree, the Old Prison, the Duck Village of Il Gezira, Victoria Citadel with various museums like the Folklore, Archaeology and Natural Science Museums, the Mossa Dome, the third largest unsupported dome roof in the world, the Popeye Village in Anchor Bay, built for the Popeye movie. And
if you have kids, you gotta go there. You gotta go there. You gotta bring your kids over there. I had to as well.
It's just kind of left there. And of course, any of these various megalithic temples scattered on both Malta and Gozo. And that's just the man-made stuff. When it comes to nature, Malta has an interesting way of using its limited space, which brings us to... So, just like its buildings, you look at Malta's land and would think, how exactly would I describe this? First of all, the country lies in a relatively stable part of the Mediterranean Ridge, a part of the larger African plate zone in the Mediterranean. They enjoy a comfortable Mediterranean climate with mild winters and hot summers. The islands are
yeah, you know, they say that mild winters. That's not true at all. That's not true at all because it might seem that way because like the temperature never goes below like 14 or 15 degrees, but there's always so much wind. That's so much worse. That's so much worse than when you're in your own country. Like I'm from the north of Italy, and in the winter it goes like below zero. It goes below zero, like below 3 or 4 degrees, and it's not. It's cold, you know, you get covered and everything, but it's not, the feeling is much worse when you are there with 13 degrees than in Italy when you are below zero. I can tell you that. I couldn't stand that. It's so windy, so windy. It gets crazy, The summer, of course, is good. You got the beaches all over. That's perfect. But that wind, oh my God, come on. That's the worst feeling possible.
Generally bumpy with low hills and the highest point, Tad Mierek, located on the cliffs of the south side of Malta Island, and the 3 small ridges dotting the west side. Otherwise, 5 main natural bays and harbors can be found all over Malta Island, which has made it a historical maritime hub, especially with
I just know those because I used to take the bus a lot.
The country, the Azur.
Oh my God. I've been there as soon as I moved to Gozo. I've been there so many times, took some pictures. I think I lost them now, I'm not sure. It was so beautiful, and lots of people going there. And then one day it was so windy, because in the winter it gets so windy. Like I said, I think it was like 60 or 70 kilometers the wind. Like you go, I went on the street to walk, I had to go back home because I was moving. And I'm not a small dude. I was moving from the wind. You can imagine, that was crazy. And that build, and that, how do I call that? Historical site building. That's not a building. Like historical thing. It fall down on the water. Now you go there, there's nothing. There's just some pictures that remind you that there once was that thing, the Azul window.
A 28-meter tall natural stone arch in Gozo Island was destroyed in a storm.
Yeah, you see that.
Yeah, pretty sad story. Okay,
Yeah,
there's the part where
sad.
I typically say triple shot of espresso
Was
break,
in
and then
every
Noah comes in
newspaper
so I don't
there.
lose my voice by the end of the episode. But Noah's not here because he's traveling, so let's get someone who's basically like Noah. Our token female, Hannah.
Are you sure? I can never replace Noah. I mean, won't your subscribers, like, judge me?
Hannah, it's the internet. Getting judged means people are paying attention to you and they think you're worth an opinion, okay? Just read what I wrote for you on the teleprompter and you'll be fine.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna read what you wrote, so if I get any hate, it's your fault.
She learns fast.
Malta has no permanent rivers or lakes, and most fresh water comes from either desalination or groundwater pumping. Nonetheless, the shores and beaches are
Ramla. That's the beach in Gozo. So beautiful.
beyond beautiful, with places like the Blue Grotto and the main island. There's also great snorkeling with the coral reefs that can be found in places like Tuna Reef, Coral Gardens, and the Crystal Lagoon. With a high population density, virtually every square inch of the land is used, despite only about 5% of the population working in agriculture. Crops are diverse with items like potatoes, grapes, tomatoes, and cauliflower taking up the majority of produce. The national animal is actually not the Maltese dog, but rather the Pharaoh hound, traditionally used to hunt rabbits, which is one of the most popular meats on the island.
My
Speaking
God.
of which, food! The name Malta in itself
delicious.
possibly means honey from ancient Greek. And today they take cuisine very seriously. You'll get a lot of pasta and meat, however some national dishes and drinks might include things like...
And it's not like in Italy that you go to a restaurant, they will serve you pasta like in a small plate, everything done perfectly, you know? They will do that as well, but they will bring you pasta in a plate that will fit an entire pizza. You eat that pasta that you're full. You can't eat anything else. That's crazy. But that's good. They cook it very well. Very good pasta. Sorry.
Maltese ice cream. As mentioned,
so-
they love
oh my
cooking
God.
different national dishes and drinks
That's-
might include things
wait.
like Maltese ice cream.
That's good. I think. Wait, I'm not sure because there's one thing like this that is like made from cheese. It's like some cheese with those almonds. I think it's that one. I'm not sure. But she said ice cream, so I don't know. But they have one kind of cheese like that is sweet, it's very delicious.
Cream. As mentioned, they love cooking different types of
Yeah,
finnet
my
or rabbit.
God.
Kini, fish like lampuca,
Kini,
sea bass, and octopus are popular. Maltese sausage,
Yeah,
spaghetti
that's good.
rizzi, and the national dish, pastizzi.
Oh, pastizzi! Oh my god! If you will ever travel to Malta, be careful. Those pastizzi. Wait, let me bring it back.
Maltese sausage, spaghetti rizzi, and the
Those pastizzi, you see those? They are like this, big like this. You pay like 20 cents of euro for one. 20 cents of euro. Be careful. That fucking thing I read on Facebook. A little thing like this, it has like 600 calories. That's worse than go to eat in McDonald's. So be careful if you want to eat that, because one is not gonna fool you. And I tried it on my skin. I need at least 3 to get full.
national dish, pastizzi.
I'm not full enough.
Send me some.
Otherwise, yeah, Malta's economy is mostly built off of the service sector with a huge emphasis on tourism, which
tourism,
is easy
oh
for
my
the
God.
multilingual
There's more
locals.
tourists
Now
than,
let's talk about
actual
Maltese
people living
people,
there.
shall we?
Thank you, Hannah. Follow her on Instagram. We've talked about how the buildings are confusing, the landscape is confusing, but now we reach the biggest anomaly, the Maltese people. Who and what exactly are they? Well, first of all, the country has just about 450,000 people and is one of the most densely packed European nations. The majority of the country is made up of ethnic Maltese, that number about 95%, and the rest are non-Maltese people, mostly British and Italian. They use the euro as their currency, they use a Type G British-style plug outlet, and they drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, left side and Type G, that gives you a little hint on their backstory. Now let's talk about what it means to be Maltese. First of all, the language. In the simplest way I can condense it, Maltese is a fusion language. It is the only Semitic language recognized by the EU, and it is the only Semitic language written in a Latin alphabet.
Yeah,
they have a bunch
also.
of weird dotted letters and a strange H with a slash through it. It follows the same structure and overall grammar of Arabic, and about 1/3 of its vocabulary comes from Arabic. About half the
you
words
see
are
that.
Italian or Sicilian Italian based, and the rest are mostly English and French.
Wait. Consillo Cali Valletta. L'Idafa ul quiet Yixtu sens civicu. Agixi per responsabilità. Pronounce it so bad.
It's a really interesting language. If you've never heard of it, Maltese geography's Bradley and Julia sent me this.
Bonjour, كيف انتم?
Oh, bonjour. Oh, wait.
Never heard of it. Maltese geography.
كيف انت? كيف انت?
Bonjour, كيف انتم?
كيف انت? Oh my god. Come on. Bonjour. كيف انت? That's the only thing I've learned. I already forgot them. If any Maltese is watching this video, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Spero لكم الرسو.
نشتاق لكم الجنات الطيبة.
Ciao.
Did you notice that? In the beginning they said bonjour, kif intom, that's like a mix of French and Arabic, but then at the end they say ciao, which is Italian. And all that is like normal for them. Now, why is the language structured like this? Well, basically after the Byzantine Empire,
you're gonna speak Arabic.
Nope, you're gonna speak Italian.
Nope, now Napoleon wants you to speak French.
Nope, we're gonna teach you some English now. How about you introduce yourself?
basically, after Malta became a Christian nation, a bunch of people were still speaking Arabic, but they were cut off from the predominantly Muslim Arab world, so the dialect was free to kind of drift off and become its own thing. Centuries later, Maltese was born. Today, the country's two official languages are Maltese and English. No shocker, they were once a British territory for 150 years.
Yeah,
the vast
Italian.
majority of citizens are bilingual or even trilingual with Italian.
Yeah.
They love watching Italian TV shows, but otherwise...
Yeah, and many Italian people move there especially students, they do like one semester abroad to learn English, but they don't know because it's not known. Because you see that the official languages are English and Italian, but like I think at least 90 or 95% of Maltese people can speak Italian, so they can quickly realize when an Italian is trying to speak English, and they will switch to Italian to try to do you a favor, but you're trying to learn English, so it's not that good, but that's okay. Guess it's just the culture. Can't expect too much when you're learning a language.
Culture! It's basically a Latin European-based country with a splash of Arab and Semitic roots with a strong Anglo-influenced undertone. It's Maltese. They have the second most national holidays in the EU at 14, just behind Cyprus with 17. Every village celebrates a week of festivities called Il Festa. Some big ones in the summer include these. Catholicism plays a huge role in culture, as over 90% claim to fall under the religion. However, they are very open to embracing contemporary values as well. Crime levels are incredibly low. LGBT rights are respected.
You can even leave the keys in your car, nobody will steal
pillows and tablecloths. Especially
in Gozo, you see like older people, they just go to the market or whatever, they leave the keys on the door directly. They don't even put the keys in their pocket or whatever, they just leave it on the door. Nobody's gonna steal you anything. Maybe Malta is, because of many tourists, it's not that safe, but in Gozo, you can do whatever you want.
Gloves. They also make a lot of filigree jewelry, which utilizes meticulously woven gold or silver wires. Oh, and this symbol is called the Maltese cross. You might see it a lot in Malta because it's the Maltese cross, it's theirs. Bocce ball and water polo and horse racing are popular sports. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, history time. We don't have a lot of time to explain everything, but in the quickest way I can condense it. Prehistoric era, Copper Age, Bronze Age, Phoenician and Carthaginian era, Romans, Christianity, Byzantines, Arabs, Normans, Middle Ages, Knights of St. John, Turks, Valletta is built. The French come in for like 2 years. The British come in. 1964 independence, 1974 republic, 1979 Freedom Day, 2004 they joined the EU, 2008 the Eurozone, and here we are today. Some famous people from Malta or of Maltese descent might include people like Joseph Calleja, Ira Losco, Andre Schembri, Tony Pulis, Charlene Spiteri, Dom Minton, Ella Ayer. A lot of you suggested I mention this YouTuber guy, and
I don't even know one. I know the Emma Muscat. You can search it up. She's a very famous Maltese singer here in Italy. She won, well, I'm not sure if she won it. It's some kind of like competition like X Factor for people dancing and singing. I think she won it, I'm not sure about that. She's very good, she's a great singer. She sings both in English and Italian. She's very good, you can search it up. Emma Muscat, she's very famous now in Italy.
Apparently, I was told Meghan Markle's great-great-grandmother was born in Malta, as well as Britney Spears' great-great-great-grandfather in 1873, so to Maltese people it still kind of counts. Yeah, when your country has less than 500,000 people, every little piece counts, including the last segment of this episode, the... In World War I, Malta was nicknamed the Hospital of the Mediterranean as many soldiers were sent there. To this day, they've always kind of had a nice neutral place on the diplomatic spectrum. For one, Tunisia and Libya have been their best friends in northern Africa. Both countries are probably the only Arab-speaking countries that can kind of understand the Maltese language. All of them have had a lot of exposure to the Italian language, and many can pick up easily. Also, they like to travel to each other's countries and do business. Australia has been a close friend for a long time, as they have the largest Maltese community outside of Malta. During war years, many fled to the country, which of course was also a British colony at the time, and today many of those that remained have relatives in Australia that they like to visit regularly. When it comes to their best friends, however, most Maltese people I have talked to have said probably the UK and Italy. These two countries have played the biggest role in outside influence on Malta.
Yeah,
it's funny though, because for a long time, many
in,
people were fighting to make Italian an official language, but after English won, it kind of created the division of political parties. Also, whenever they watch soccer, football, matches, they're kind of torn between which nation to root for, and if one loses, they can kind of bandwagon off of the other. Either way, they love both. In conclusion, you look at
just kidding. But many of them, they are fan of Juventus, like this guy. But many others, they like English football, British football. But that's okay. Many are from Juventus, so I accept that.
Think, Catholic, Arabic, Italian-ish speaking people that drive on the left side of the road. How would I even label that? Well, you would label it as Malta.
And send me twisties.
Stay tuned. The Marshall Islands is coming up next.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I love so much this kind of videos. They are amazing. Let me know down below what should I react to next. This looks very good. It's very interesting because it's very difficult to learn more things about Malta, especially the Maltese language. When I went there, when it was like last year in November, I guess, I wanted to try to learn a little bit about the language. I contacted some Maltese people. They taught me some, they were very nice. They taught me some useful phrases, but I searched it up on Amazon and YouTube. There was not that much. They should, I don't know, so if any Maltese is listening and watching this video, you should start to go down, grab a pen and start to write a book to teach people your language, because there's really not that many resources out there. And many people would like to learn, I guess. I would like to learn it. It looks like a lot of fun, this language. Anyway guys, thank you for watching me. Please subscribe to the channel, let me know what more should I react to next. Have a nice day.